Karma babies, how are you today? How are you doing? Well, I'm Granny Karma, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to all my new Karma babies. We have a lot of new Karma babies. Guys, today we are going to be canning breakfast sausage, pork sausage patties. And I have the Jimmy Dean brand, and the other day I saw this in my local store when I got all that bacon. I saw this in the store and they were on sale and they were already in patties. So I said, Mary, win-win. So I got a couple of packages of them, and each package holds about 30 patties, and I'm going to we're going to can them today. Yes, we're going to can them. Now, I've never canned sausage before, just like I've never canned bacon before, just like I never canned chicken before. But you know what we're all about on this channel, and that is learning new things. And that's what makes the world go round. Before I begin, I just want to say one thing, and I'm sorry I don't have the Karma baby's name, but one of the Karma babies, like I told you guys, I read every single comment. I don't care if it's one comment or 1,000 comments. I read every single comment. I try to respond or at least give a heart back to as many as I possibly can. So I was reading the comments, and one of the Karma babies said when I did the bacon, hey, another great idea is to use a rack. Cook your bacon on a rack. And as opposed to, or in addition to, but as opposed to, I believe, the parchment paper. This way, it'll help your bacon will stay nice and long. It'll crisp up better, and all the grease will go into the pan. She said, just put it on top of your pan. And I thought, wow, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. So today, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be putting the sausage on top of the rack here. So let's go ahead and get started with this, okay? I just heard my oven beep. I actually preheated it for 375. And this is the way the sausages look. I like it like this because they're so nice and uniform. And actually, I think I have about 54 sausages here, so we're going to try to get them all on the racks and get them all in the oven at once. And if not, then I'll just use another pan. But I really appreciate this tip that you gave me because this way, you know, sausage is really greasy, and this way all that grease and fat is just going to go to the it's going to go to the bottom of this pan. I really like this, and it's going to get evenly cooked because the airflow. So thank you so much for this tip. Here's one rack done, okay? So let's get the other one done. I'm going to cook it until it's about 90% done, because in the canning process, it's going to absolutely finish cooking in that canning process. So 90% done. So I'm just gonna, you know, watch it and take a look at it and, you know, monitor from there. And so I'll see you guys back in as soon as I get this out of the oven, and we get ready to start canning it, okay? So I've taken some of my sausage out of the oven, and it's lightly brown. I would say it's about 90% or so cooked all the way through. Now what I noticed, these on the pan, they cooked really nicely. They didn't shrink or anything like that, the ones on the rack rather, but the ones that I cooked on the flat sheet pan, they did shrink and they cooked faster. So they are cooked pretty much to the same 90% degree, except that on the one side that they were laying down, they're darker than the other side. So that's not going to make any difference that one side of the sausage is darker. So anyhow, I've got everything set up here. I'm going to turn you around so that you can see maybe a little bit of what I've got going on the stove. In this pot here, I have my jars, and then behind here, I have right in here, I have hot lids. Well, they're not hot, they're warm. I've turned it off. They don't have to be hot, and actually they don't even, Ball says you don't even have to do that any longer, but I don't know. I think it helps soften up the rim around. And then here's the canner, and then here's some hot water that I'm going to use to put in to my mix. So just my hot water, my sausages, and we're going to start taking out some of my jars. All we're going to do is take these jars, and I'm going to put the sausage in there. I've got wide mouth. That's one. Let's see how many we can get in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can get 8 in here. So that's 3 of us eating. 8 would be what? 2, 4, 6. Like 2 or 3 a piece. So this was, I forgot how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can get 1 more in here. 8. And that'll be just enough for us for breakfast. So that's good. So I'm just going to cover it with some hot water to the 1 inch mark. So we're going to leave it there. And we're going to go on to the next one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Came out really good there. So let's put some hot water in that one. Up to the 1 inch mark. And it came right up to the 1 inch mark. The 1 inch mark is usually like the very first rim. That's from there to the top is one inch. So I'm going to put the water in there to that level. It's hot in here, guys, and it's storming outside. Let's make sure we got it right where we need it. I think we do, because I want to make sure it's covered right there. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to put a little vinegar in this cup here, and what we're going to do with the vinegar is we're going to take our paper towel, and we're going to make sure that the rim, cleaning the rim, because this is pork sausage, and pork sausage is oily. And if it's oily, it is not going to seal. So, got to clean it really good. And I didn't check for air bubbles, but I don't think that I have to with the sausages, but just in case, we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. It's not going to hurt anything. It is not going to hurt anything. So I'm going to clean my rim again, because I did that as a secondary thought. Okay, so now we're going to take our magnet, and we're going to get our lid out and place it right on top. Do another one. Place it on top, and then we'll take our band finger tight. Now, a couple of my Karma babies said, Granny, you are tightening it too tight. So I'm going to be aware of that. And they said you got to leave room for it. Look at that. Now I'm not tightening it tight enough, guys. So there we go. Just like, I'm not going to tighten it any tighter. They say you got to leave some room for the steam to escape. So I got you guys. Okay, so that's 2 of them down. And so we're going to take these and I'm going to start putting them in my canner. Okay, here are our jars. We have a total of 7 jars, just enough to do a full load. So that was a lucky break, guys. I didn't have an extra one left over. 7 right on the nose. And I have it in I have my tray underneath there, and I have it in 3 quarts of water. That's what my particular canner calls for. A Presto 23 quart calls for 3 quarts of water. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put our lid on. We're going to turn our stove up a little bit so that we can get our water boiling, and then I'll show you what we need to do after that. So we have our canner on here. Here is the lid, and I think I've showed this to you before, but I want to make sure that I show it to you again. The canner has an open close right here. So on here is on the lid and is on the handle. So it shows you exactly where to put this. You line this V up with that V on there. Also, what you want to do before you start your canner, you want to make sure that your steam, your exhaust steam area here is free, that there's nothing in there. I'm hot, guys, so I'm sweating. You want to make sure there's no, that it's clear, that it's open. So what I usually do is I'll take and I'll blow through it. And if I can feel it, I felt it, then I know that there's nothing clogging it up, okay? And then the other thing that you want to make sure of is on the inside, you want to make sure that your gasket, your black gasket, is lubricated, and so that you can, you know, move it easily on top of your pot. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this around where it's supposed to be. As you can see, there's my gauge. I'm sorry, I'm falling. As you can see, there's my gauge. I'm going to put my lid on the V over there by the V. I'm going to close it up. Make sure that it's closed. My gauge right now on my pot is at 0. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it up so that it can start, you know, heating up. I want it to get to the point where steam is going to be coming out of here, and when I get to that point, I'll come back and I'll show you my steam. Can you see that? It's coming out, okay? I have a steady flow of steam. I hope you can see that. Now I'm going to set my timer, and I want this flow to go 10 minutes. So once this is going for 10 minutes, I will come back and show you the rest of the deal. The alarm is going off. The steam has been steady for 10 minutes. Now, I have my weight. It's a 10-pound weight. Let me turn the timer off. Okay, so here's my time. Here's my weight, and I'm going to place my weight on. Okay, I'm just going to go forward, and I'm just going to place it on. And as you can see, that steam is really coming up, and the weight is still on 0. Once I put this on, my weight is going to come up to my needed level within 3 to 4 minutes. So let's put our weight on. As you can see, the little nibbler here is up. Okay guys, now my weight is at 10 pounds, and my next step is I have to monitor this. I have to monitor it and keep it at 10 pounds for the next 75 minutes. I'm doing pints, so you pressure cook pints at 75 minutes and you pressure cook quarts for 90 minutes. So I will be here monitoring, making sure that it stays within pressure. So guys, while I'm here monitoring my gauge, I'm not going to stand right here doing the whole time. I just wanted to take a few minutes again to thank all you guys for the encouragement that you guys have shown me. You know, everything that's going on is not, shall I say, easy for just not me, but it's not easy for you either. You know, there's just so much going on nowadays, but life keeps going on. Things keep happening in your life, and you can really get distracted. And I want to thank you guys for letting me vent and letting me talk and being there as a sounding board and giving me back, you know, all these wonderful tips and comments and all of that, because it encourages me. It encourages me to stay focused. It encourages me to stay focused and to realize that I know that this pandemic has been going on for a while and everybody's frustrated. I'm frustrated. I want life to get back to normal, whatever normal is. But we have to stay focused, guys. I want you to prep as much as you possibly can, because I really feel that the worst is yet to come. I feel like the worst is yet to come. So I want you to prep. I want you to buy that sausage and can it up. I want you to get that chicken breast and can it up. Get the peaches. You know, if you don't get the produce or get the things from your garden, go to the farmer's market. You know, find it on sale. Can it up. Put it aside. Put you food, water, medical supplies, put things to the side, and don't forget your pets. Do not forget your pets while you're at it, because there might come a time when you can't leave the house. You can't leave the house, and they're going to need their food. They're going to need any medications that they're on, just like you. So when you're thinking about yourself, think about the animals that God has entrusted you to take care of. Okay, so don't forget them. Make sure that you have a nice supply for your pets. Make sure you have an awesome supply for yourself. You know, don't think of it as I'm going overboard or I'm never going to use this. You know, if you store your food properly, it's not going to waste. You can store, some foods can last 20, 30, 40 years, dry goods. And if you store them properly, they'll be here maybe even long after you're gone. So don't feel like you're wasting your money. Just make sure you follow the directions of whatever it is that you're doing, and do everything, you know, can it properly, and you'll be okay. But don't get unfocused. Don't let anything, you know, stop you from realizing just because a governor or a president or a mayor opens up a beach or opens up this or a restaurant or a nail salon, that doesn't mean that you have to go. Doesn't mean that you have to go. Think about what's going on out there. The cases are going up, up, up. You know, they're not going down at all. In the last 5 days, right now, there's over 250,000 new positive diagnoses. Okay? So you got to be really careful. And it's summer. And if this is happening in the summer, just imagine what's going to happen in the fall weather. Just be prepared. Can up anything that you can. Stock up anything that you can. Don't stop. Don't stop. And that's what we're here together for. I need you to keep encouraging me. I need to encourage you. I want you to go to the store. I want you to buy things. I want you to put them to the side, okay? Do that for Granny. That'll make me feel comfortable knowing that you are taking care of yourself. So guys, I just wanted to shoot that out there while I'm waiting on this scanner. I'll get off because I'll keep going on and on and on. You know how grannies are, right? Okay, I'll see you in a little bit when these are ready to come out. Okay guys, the alarm is going off. It's been 75 minutes. So I'm turning it off. I'm turning the stove off, and it held at 10. I kind of watched it. Had to adjust it a couple of times, but I think I found the right eye for it from this stove. Now I've got to wait at least about 30 minutes. You do not attempt to open this until your gauge is all the way down to 0 and your little nippler thing here is going to go down. So now we want all that pressure to go down. It was building up and it builded up, and now we want that pressure to go down. So see, the 10 is starting to go down. So I'll come back and open it once we get 0 pressure. As you can see, it's on 0 pressure, and it's been sitting this way for about 5 or 10 minutes. It took about 30 minutes for it to get down to 0 pressure. Now, so when you open your canner, always remember, you're going to open your canner away from you. So we're going to lift it. Look at all that steam coming off. Can you see that steam coming off? And we're going to get our jar remover. And we are going to start. Smells wonderful. We're going to start taking our sausage patties out. Oh, it smells so good, guys. It really does. Oh, looks really nice. Look at that. Okay. Let me bring you over a little bit closer. Okay, guys. Can you see what's going on? Oh, it smells wonderful. It really does. I want you to see it. Let me bring it up closer so you can see. Look at that. Look at the bubbles still cooking away. Look at that. And those patties look yummy. They look yummy. I'm glad that I used just plain water and not. Look at that. That looks great. Look how it's still bubbling. And you can see the individual patties there. I think I heard a pop that quick already. Yeah, it did pop. That one did seal. I love hearing when it pops. Okay, let's take out this. Beautiful, huh? Yes. And bring it down so you can see it. I don't want you to miss anything. Right there. Yes. Oh, I think that one popped. Look at that. Beautiful. We're going to let this sit here overnight. We're not going to touch it. So we're all done for our canning for today. Just going to let it sit here overnight. So each one of these is like a breakfast meal for us. There's 3 of us, and there's 8 patties. And most of them, that I think I had 2 of them that I only had 7 patties in it. But we have 7 jars, so that's 7 meals. And if I had to push it, it could be even more. You know, if something were to happen and you needed to just take a few patties out of here and add it to some rice or something, then I can get even more meals out of it. But it is wonderful. It's ready, easy. All I had to do was take it out, cook it, almost completely done. And then the next step was to just go ahead and can it. Now, one thing that I didn't show you guys, I forgot to do it. Normally, I will add the vinegar that I use to clean off my jars with. I'll put the remainder in my pot, but I forgot to do that this time. Sometimes I'll forget, you know. But this is, hear that pop? Oops. Did you hear that pop? So we have 7 jars of pork sausage ready to go, canned it in water. I'm really glad that I used the water as opposed to putting in a broth. Although I'll try it this way, and then I will go back and I will try it with the broth, you know, and I'll make note of it. So tomorrow I'll remove my bands. I'll wash this down with a little soapy water and some vinegar and clean off everything really nice and clean and label it and put it away. It's gonna stay away until I need it. So guys, I want to thank you very much for joining me, and I had a wonderful time canning with you today. You hear that pop? I love hearing that pop. So we had a great time. We got a lot accomplished, and I hope you're canning, and I hope you're putting away for a rainy day, guys. I hope you're putting away. Hear that pop? Okay, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Stay safe. Bye-bye. And remember, how others treat you is their karma. But how you respond, my karma babies, is your karma. Granny loves you. Bye-bye now.